I'm reading this book of collected sermons, and the one that I read today was very powerful. It asked a very powerful question in a way that penetrated easily and allowed you to access your own processing of it very quickly, meaning it was very accessible language to probe something that's really not easy to touch. So the initial question posed is, do you treat the things that you hold sacred sacred? So kind of, is your money where your mouth is? So first, the way I would break it down, and the way I broke it down for me, is, what do you hold sacred? What do you hold sacred? So I would, for me, relationships come up first. I hold my relationships sacred, first and foremost. Do I behave in a way that I am treating those relationships as sacred? And the way he likened this was that you can either be Christ-like or Judas-like. Now, I'm not getting into a specific religious debate. All I'm going to say is, in fact, I'm going to change that language because that can sound inflammatory to some. So I'm going to say, do you want to lead with the sacredness of benevolence? Or are you more driven to be right, which means you're more interested in your self-centered aims than treating the relationship with sacredness? Now, I'm not saying not having boundaries. I'm not saying agree to just agree to keep things nice, because I certainly have done that in the past quite a bit. I had to it's a behavior I absolutely needed to unlearn. But I do think it bears asking. First of all, defining really what you hold sacred is imperative. And then, are you treating those relationships as sacred? And I don't say that in a castigating way. I say it in a gentle way. And maybe just a gentle reminder for you to come back to the place where the sacredness of those things are allowed to rise to the front, save the relationship, where the trials and tribulations and the daily things could maybe start to fade into the background a little bit. Invite the sacred forward is what I'm going to do as a practice. And I ask you to just give these topics some contemplation. And I would love to hear one thing that you hold sacred. And I will see you tomorrow.